Hi, Andy Cornell here. We're going to try to do a little discussion about West Seattle and the bar scene a little bit in the early '80s, late '70s. I'm here with Jerry Manus. We're trying to capture a few memories of that time. And you worked at the
Alki Tavern.
Alki Tavern.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you exactly what year it was, but I played softball. Softball league down at Alki Fields. And
At what age? What are you talking? 20s?
21, 22.
Okay.
And then played with the team called the Lynch Mob. Guys I went to school with, graduated with.
From
And-
West Seattle High?
From West Seattle. And then there was other teams that played, and then I got recruited to play for, it was the Perez Tavern at the time. Got recruited to play in a tournament with.
Where's it? Oh, that's still Alki Tavern?
Yes,
Okay. Prez.
yeah.
Hmm.
And then I got recruited to play for the tournament for the Perez Tavern, and then they wanted to keep me on the team. And then the Perez got sold to Gil McClin, that worked for Sealand. And then I went to work for Gil probably a year after I played softball for him. And it was a fun place to work.
Seems like it would be.
It was really interesting. You know, you met a lot of cool people. You know, they had their Taco Tuesdays, their Wimpy Burger Wednesdays, I think it was. I could be wrong on that. But Tuesdays you had the motorcycle, the Harley people, the Harley guys were all lined up outside, which everybody knows that was a legendary story.
How were the bikers as far as dealing
They
with
were
them?
cool.
Really?
They were nice.
Oh, wow.
I didn't meet one bad one at all.
Oh, cool. That's good.
They
to
were
hear.
all very friendly.
Oh, nice.
Very friendly. Met the band Child through my grandmother's restaurant, which was the Admiral Fountain. And they would come into town, be gone on tours out of town, come into town, and they were in town one time, and they were friends of the Alki Tavern. And they said, hey, we want to play down your tavern. We got nothing going on. Let's play. Boy, it rocked the house.
Yeah.
You know,
They
It
blew
was
the doors
fun.
off of it.
It was packed house, just jammed and fun and busier than hell. In fact, they were the last band to play there when they closed the place down. So they opened it up, first music there, closed the last music there.
Cool.
And it was fun. Yeah. The only thing about the bar scene, you know, working at a bar was everybody was your buddy at 2 o'clock in the morning. Nobody wanted to leave. People wanted to help you clean up, or you get the phone calls. Hey, I'm on my way. Leave me a half rack. You know, there's a party after hours. Come show up. Bring a case. You know, but yeah, no, it was fun. Met a lot of cool people there. Met some not so nice people at times.
Hmm.
But people covered your back. You know.
Did you work at any other bars? Did you work down the Embers or
No,
anything?
no.
Okay.
I worked at the Alki for a couple of years, and then I went on and worked at Crowley Maritime.
Okay. All right. What else do you remember about Alki? I mean, did you go down to the Pepper Dock or?
Oh, the Pepper Docks, Buds, you know,
Uh-huh.
all those places. I grew up in the Admiral District, so it was nothing for us to ride our bikes down to the beach.
Oh, nice.
Back then, neighborhoods were neighborhoods. You know, we knew we could go down to the park and play baseball or football, and when we saw the Prince of Marguerite, it was time to go home. You know, but we knew kids in all the blocks, all the neighborhoods. I mean, we could, hey, we're going out. Mom and Dad would say, okay, be home at a certain time. You know, so going from my place on 44th to down Bon Air to Alki, it was great.
Did you do some of the bonfires down there?
Oh yeah, the bonfires. And then in high school, I lived down on the beach.
Oh, I lived down the beach back in like '84, and we had some friends that had for the University of Washington, they had this raft where they'd put a boat inside the bottom of the raft, and it was like two two main decks, and they had a crow's nest. And they would take it to the Seafair at
The
Log Boom.
log boom, yeah.
So they would go out there, and I didn't do that. I didn't go out, but we had times where we'd catch it at Alki and go out there and drink and dance and you know, try
Yeah.
to make sure no one falls out of the crow's nest. And a really good time, and what a fun time to be a young person.
It was 72. I lived on the beach in a one-bedroom place with two other guys I went to school with. And for $100 a month rent.
Wow.
It was a shack, but we were on our own. You
Yeah,
know,
that's like.
had some great times down there. Alki was fun.
Hmm.
And then playing softball down there, you know, it was always, you know, you drive along there by the elementary school at the playground there. If there was a softball game on it, it was packed. There was rivalries, you know, big rivalries between teams, you know, and it was a big fun time. Fun time. And then of course you had the Shire Tavern up in the Admiral District, and the Caddy Shack. Never worked at any of them.
Remember the Benbow?
The Bembo, yeah. But that was before you had all these microbreweries and you know, you only had a couple beers on tap,
Right.
you know, so
Right.
you only had two choices. And then you had bottled beer, canned beer, you know.
Yeah.
Polly Girl was a fancy beer if you wanted a Polly Girl,
St. Polly Girl. Yeah.
you know.
Right. Harp. I remember Harp being one, but I think I remember having that like at the Virginia.
But then you had the Blue Eagle. That was a biker place. You know, guys from the shipyard would go to the Blue Eagle and talking about a mean drink. And then where Saltines was, it was the Pink Palace. It wasn't called the Pink Palace, but
Oh.
it was. I'm trying to think of the name of it, and I can't remember it.
Huh.
No. But we called it the Pink Palace.
Uh-huh.
You know.
Ah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
There was something before that.
Yeah.
And what about Gills? Did you go to Gills? Was that before you?
Oh, the Gills? Oh, yeah. We would take the bus down to the Gills from Admiral bus. Take the Hanford route, drop you right off at Gills, get a 19-cent burger.
Was that where Shakey's came in?
Shakey's came in afterwards, and
now it's taco time. Okay, all right. I thought I had that history correct.
Because all the high use stuff, the carnival used to be down at West Seattle Stadium.
Okay.
So we'd always take a bus down there, go eat at Gills.
So why don't you tell me a little bit about your mom's restaurant?
Oh, my grandmother's restaurant?
Grandmother's. There we go. Grandmother's restaurant.
Yeah, my grandmother's restaurant. She took it over after she retired, after she had a big restaurant downtown. She couldn't stand being home. So she got this place. My mom worked for her. And it was a place opened up at 6 o'clock in the morning, closed at 6 o'clock at night.
And it was right there at the
Built
theater, right?
Right next to the theater. It's a pizza joint now.
Right. I think I've got it in my head.
And down from her place was a music store that you could take music lessons.
Wow.
And that turned into a restaurant after a while. I think it was Ragazzi's or something. I can't remember if that was it. But no, Graham had that place for I don't know how many years, but she would always take 2 weeks off in the summer and then go back to work.
Wow.
You know, she put in major hours.
I bet. Yeah.
You know, and that was before all these, you had some delivery services, but you didn't have Costco.
Right.
You know, she'd get done with work at 6 o'clock, she'd do some cleanup, we'd finish the cleanup, she'd go over to the Lucky store across the way, do her shopping, go home, do her banking, go to bed, get up, do it again.
What kind of stuff did they serve?
She served breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Every Friday was Turkey Friday, and if you didn't have a seat by 10:30, you weren't getting turkey.
Well, and that's a small space.
Yes, it had maybe 21 bar stools at the bar, at the surrounding, and then there was a small table in back, had 4 chairs. So it was standing room only. You
Yeah.
waited to get turkey. But yeah.
Did she do to-go business? Seems like she would.
You know, she did, for a few people she would do to-go business.
Oh, okay.
I mean, not to go, she would make, people would call up, okay, could you make me a sandwich? And they'd make her a sandwich. make them a sandwich, you know. But most of it, you know, yeah, she did some to go, but not, you know, most of it was all in dining. You know, people would come in the morning while she got the griddle going, and they'd start making coffee for her, and, you know, and then my mom would come in an hour later, and there it was.
What do you got for other West Seattle memories?
Oh, just the good times, the fun times with all the neighborhood friends. Just talking with my brother yesterday and a good friend of mine that grew up in the neighborhood about how you won't see that anymore.
Yeah, I remember making the little hydroplanes to
Behind your
my
bicycle,
bike. Yeah.
behind your bicycle. Yeah, we did that in Cub Scouts and stuff, and had races. And, yeah, we played wiffle ball in the corner
Oh yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
Lots of times just playing pickle, catch, you know, with my brothers and with neighborhoods, or get enough people to go up to Hiawatha and play baseball all day or basketball all day.
Did you live on your bike like I did?
Oh yeah, it was bicycle or walking. You know, it wasn't that far. You know, so, but yeah, just like I said, we were talking just yesterday about the neighborhoods and how kids that are kids now aren't going to be able to sit around and talk about something like that. Well, yeah, we had open area neighborhood. You could go on any block and you knew somebody, 2 or 3 people on that block.
Right.
And they were your age, you know, around your age. A little bit older, maybe a little younger, maybe your same age. But yeah, we would ride mini bikes around down to Bon Air, you know, get in trouble for it because it was illegal.
Where's Bon Air?
Bon Air's just down from 44th. It goes down to the beach in Sunset in the Admiral area.
Okay.
But it'd be a way.
Is it's still there?
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'll have to take you there.
Okay, sounds good.
We'll have to go for a drive.
Check out this Bon Air.
I don't get up in the Admiral area very often anymore. I don't really have a reason to go up there.
Yeah, it took me a while to just go check out Schmitz Park. Yeah, so it was there when I was back in '85, but I
Schmitz Park
took
kegs.
a walk through there.
We'd have kegs. Oh, we'd have kegs. Yeah, kegs in Schmitz Park, Lincoln Park. You know.
Seems like that'd be obvious to the cops.
But we were in a place that we could scatter.
Okay.
The cops had to drive down the road.
Right.
So
you'd have a little warning.
yeah, you know, you could buy a keg for a certain price and sell $1 for a cup. You know, make your money back and make a couple bucks and have a good time. Good times. The Admiral area was so fun.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's I think why I moved up there. Is I grew up in Auburn, Kent, Federal Way, and you know, it just always seemed kind of like, oh, you gotta have to go off to the side to get there. You know, it's not easy back then to get to West Seattle because you didn't have the main bridge.
Well,
or anything
and
like
that changed everything. That bridge.
Yeah.
And the homes that came in after that and the cars, you never saw Jaguars. You never saw a bunch of Mercedes. You know, back in I'm talking, I can't remember when that big bridge was built, but back then, you know, no one wanted to come to West Seattle. It was too hard to get there.
Right.
Sure, sunny days, it was busy on the beach.
Right.
But otherwise...
But it took a little effort if you were from the South End to
Yes,
get there. It's
yeah,
like, oh, I had to think about it. How am I
Yeah.
going to get there? Oh, I got to do this.
Then you get stuck on the drawbridge, you know, oh God.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was fun. I mean, that's the best thing
Well,
I
that
can
was
say.
my
Fun.
view of it. It looked fun. It looked fun to me as
It was
a
fun.
young adult. Of course, once I lived out there, I started realizing, oh, you know, here I am, whatever I was, 24, 25, and it really drew in more like the 14, 15, 16-year-olds to
Yeah,
the beach.
yeah,
It
yeah.
wasn't what you thought.
The beach was still fun.
Still fun, but yeah.
But yeah, I mean, nowadays, I don't think I'd live on the beach.
Yeah, no, it was, I remember coming out one time and a guy was sitting on my motorcycle and I was like, what are you doing? Oh, I thought I looked good sitting here. Oh, that's great, but it's my bike. Get off my bike, please. and just people would wander into your apartment, you know, from the beach.
Yeah.
Saw a party was going on and
Oh, yeah,
suddenly
yeah.
your party was taken over by the beach.
Yeah. We used to pool hop down on the beach.
Pool hop.
Yeah.
What would that be?
We'd go find places that had pools. There's apartments that had pools down there, or houses that had pools. Just
Jump
one
in.
block to another block, you know. Okay, we did our pool hopping.
Oh, that's funny.
But no, it was good times. Good times. The Admiral area was so fun.